Ever slipped on a pair of shoes and thought, these fit like a dream? And get ready to step into a world where that feeling is the goal. We're diving deep into the world of orthopedic footwear technicians.
And it's a world that blends the artistry of a craftsperson with the precision of engineering and a deep understanding of the human body.
You know, when I first started reading about this, I pictured dusty old shoemakers hammering away.
Right.
Turns out it's way more high-tech than I expected, and it has a direct impact on people's lives.
It really does.
You've got career resources, industry insights, even some interview prep for anyone thinking about this as a career.
Oh, wow.
So where do we even begin?
A great place to start is with the heart of the profession.
So,
What exactly is an orthopedic footwear technician? Forget mass-produced shoes. We're talking about custom-crafted footwear and orthotics designed to address specific foot and ankle issues.
so it's about improving someone's mobility, helping them walk with more comfort and less pain, all while rocking some stylish kicks.
Precisely. These technicians use their knowledge of biomechanics, how our bodies move, to analyze someone's gait, which is just a fancy way of saying how they walk.
Right.
They look for things like overpronation, where your foot rolls inward too much, or limited ankle mobility.
Okay, so it's like they're detectives of the feet looking for clues to create the perfect shoe for each person's unique needs.
I like that analogy. And once they've analyzed the gait, they use a combination of traditional craftsmanship and cutting-edge technology to design and manufacture orthotic solutions.
You mentioned high-tech tools earlier. What kind of technology are we talking about? Is it all lasers and robots?
Well, maybe not lasers and robots yet, but CAD software, which stands for computer-aided design, is a game changer in this field.
Yeah.
They can create digital models of a patient's foot and then design orthotics with incredible precision.
I imagine that makes a huge difference in getting that perfect fit.
Absolutely. And we can't forget about 3D printing, which is changing the game even further.
Wow.
Imagine designing a custom orthotic on the computer, then seeing it come to life layer by layer with 3D printing.
Wow.
This allows for even more precise adjustments based on the patient's digital foot scan, ensuring not only a perfect fit, but also a quicker turnaround time.
That's pretty incredible. It's like they're merging the worlds of fashion and medicine with a dash of futuristic tech.
A little bit, yeah.
But with all this talk of high-tech tools and techniques, I have to ask, what kind of education do you need to break into this field? Is it years of medical school followed by shoemaking boot camp? So you're telling me I can skip med school if I want to craft these life-changing shoes. What's the catch?
Well, you're not performing surgery, but you are blending healthcare knowledge with hands-on skill. That's where it gets interesting. There isn't a one-size-fits-all education path to becoming an orthopedic footwear technician.
Wait, really? No mandatory degree or certification? That's pretty rare these days, especially in a field that impacts people's health.
It is unusual, and while it might seem like anyone could just set up shop, you'd be surprised by the depth of knowledge required. You still need a strong grasp of anatomy, particularly the intricacies of the foot and ankle.
Right? Understanding how those bones, muscles, and tendons all work together is key. You can't just slap some arch support on a shoe and call it a day.
Exactly. A deep understanding of how common foot issues like plantar fasciitis or bunions impact a person's gait is crucial. Then there's the artistry and technical skill involved in footwear design and pattern making.
So it's about more than just knowing which end of the hammer to hold. You're using those traditional skills alongside high-tech tools like CAD software.
Precisely. And let's not forget about the importance of materials. An orthopedic footwear technician needs to be well-versed in the properties of different leathers, foams, plastics, even metals to select the best ones for each unique orthotic.
It's like being a foot-focused engineer-artist hybrid. But how does someone even begin to acquire all of these skills? You mentioned there isn't a set educational path.
That's where hands-on experience becomes invaluable. Most aspiring orthopedic footwear technicians get their start through internships or apprenticeships.
Ah, the age-old tradition of learning a craft from a master. I imagine those opportunities are highly sought after.
They are. It's the best way to learn the nuances of the profession, from patient interaction and gait analysis to the intricate details of orthotic fabrication.
Okay, so let's say you've managed to land one of these coveted apprenticeships. What's the day-to-day life of an orthopedic footwear technician actually like?
Well, it's a blend of physical and mental work. You're on your feet a lot, working with your hands, using specialized tools and machinery.
Sounds like it could be physically demanding.
It can be, but it's also incredibly rewarding knowing you're making a real difference in people's lives. Imagine someone taking their first pain-free steps because of an orthotic you helped to create.
Okay, yeah, that would be a pretty amazing feeling, to know you're using your skills to directly improve someone's quality of life.
Exactly. And because this field is so specialized, job security is generally quite good. As the population ages and awareness of foot health grows, the demand for skilled orthopedic footwear technicians is only going to increase.
So job security rewarding work and you get to be a foot-focused engineer artist. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal. But I imagine it's not all sunshine and roses.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges someone entering this field should be prepared for?
Well, like any healthcare profession, there can be long or irregular hours. Emergencies happen, surgeries get scheduled, and sometimes you need to go the extra mile to meet a patient's needs.
It's that above and beyond aspect of healthcare that many people don't see.
Absolutely. And then there's the fact that, well, feet aren't always the most glamorous part of the body. We're going to see it all. Bunions, corns, calluses.
Hmm.
So a strong stomach and a good sense of humor are definite assets.
Okay, that's fair. So it sounds like you really need to be passionate of this field to thrive, not just dabble. You need a blend of empathy, artistry, and technical expertise to truly excel.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's a career path that requires dedication and a willingness to never stop learning.
Speaking of learning and growing, what does career progression look like in this field? Do you reach a certain point and that's it? Or are there opportunities to level up your skills and responsibilities? So let's say you've put in the work, honed your skills, maybe even rocked that apprenticeship.
Hmm.
How do you go from apprentice to master craftsperson in this field?
One word,
Hmm.
experience. As you gain more experience, you'll naturally progress to more complex cases, maybe even specialize in a certain type of orthotic or patient demographic.
Okay, so instead of just crafting standard orthotics, you might become the go-to person for, say, diabetic footwear or orthotics for athletes.
Exactly. And as your expertise grows, so too might your role within a clinic or workshop. You might find yourself supervising other technicians, overseeing quality control for the whole operation, or even consulting on particularly tricky cases.
So you can climb the ladder from maker to mentor, maybe even become the resident orthotic guru. But like you said earlier, this field is constantly evolving. How does a seasoned orthopedic footwear technician keep your skills sharp and stay ahead of the curve?
That's where the lifelong learning aspect really kicks in. There are industry publications that cover the latest advancements in materials and technology conferences where you can connect with other professionals and learn from experts, even online forums where you can exchange ideas and troubleshoot challenges.
So it's about staying curious, always looking for ways to refine your craft and embrace new knowledge.
Precisely.
Uh-huh.
Because when you're passionate about what you do, the learning never really stops.
Now, for those inspired to pursue this path, let's talk about landing that first gig. What advice would you give to someone ready to step into the world of orthopedic footwear?
A strong portfolio is key.
Okay.
Think of it like a visual resume showcasing your skills and creativity. Include photos of your best work, detailed descriptions of the challenges you overcame, and anything that demonstrates your passion for the field.
It's a chance to show, not just tell, potential employers what you bring to the table, or should we say the workbench.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of networking. Attend industry events, connect with people on LinkedIn. Building relationships can open doors to opportunities you might not otherwise find.
So a mix of showcasing your skills and making those all-important human connections.
And when you do land those interviews, be prepared to talk about your passion for helping people, your meticulous attention to detail, and your eagerness to learn and grow in this dynamic field.
Excellent advice. Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, from the intricate biomechanics of the foot to the cutting-edge technology shaping the future of orthotics. But for me, what really stands out is the human element at the heart of it all.
Absolutely.
You're blending traditional craftsmanship with advanced technology to create something that truly improves people's lives. That's a powerful combination and a rewarding path for those who choose to pursue it.
It certainly is. It's about restoring comfort, mobility, and confidence one step at a time.
And for anyone listening who's intrigued by the idea of crafting not just shoes, but a brighter future for themselves and others, well, maybe this is the deep dive that sets your own path in motion.
Maybe so.
Thanks for listening.